Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your November general horoscope reading. I've already laid out the horoscope cards. I've laid out the cardinal points, the 10th house, the 1st house, the 7th, and the 4th and the 7th with the Egyptian deck, and I've used a new deck called the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot to fill in the spokes of the horoscope wheel. So I'm going to get started by reading the bottom of the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, and we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is showing you with an energy of exploring new ideas, having moved from an area of comfort and confidence. You're stretching yourself into new ways of doing things, and you're beginning to test out these new methods, these new ideas, this new inspiration that you have that includes working with others. So you're moving in this new direction and you're manifesting results. You're testing out the results and the possible rewards of this new method of doing things. And we're going to start with the first house, which is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords in your first house shows you thinking about witnessing, even observing or standing back from your thoughts, from the patterns of behavior that your thoughts create, in an effort to create a new reality, or certainly a new experience of that reality. And I think the reason that you're witnessing your thoughts and thought patterns is that you have a clear desire to pursue a new understanding of the truth. And this new understanding is supporting your change of material circumstances and your experience of your reality. The second house is the house of your possessions, your values, and your body. The Six of Pentacles shows that you have achieved or are achieving certainly a consciousness of equal give and take, fairness, equality in relationships, giving as much as you receive. However, my sense is that in the past, you have been in a position of taking care of others. Perhaps you've been in the position of receiving the support from others. But this new understanding that you are reaching for right now is encouraging you to see things in terms of equality, equal relationships, in terms of peers, lacking hierarchical order, valuing all contributions equally, and taking responsibility equally in any relationship. That includes groups, working in teams with others. The third house is how you're communicating and how you're processing new information. And the Ten of Swords shows that you have been through a lot. You have been working through a lot, because the fourth house also includes the Eight of Swords. So it appears that you have been communicating, at least intimately, with yourself, with those that are close to you, how you have experienced past challenges, some disappointments, even a sense of failure that you have experienced in efforts in the past. It looks as though you've been in a situation where you feel that you've tried everything and nothing was fruitful, everything was shot down, and nothing took you to a sense of progress or certainly victory in this situation. It has drained you, and it has taken away a sense of voice or even presence, but you are letting go and releasing those energies at this point. In the fourth house, with the Eight of Swords, repeated by the Eight of Swords in the 5th house is giving me a picture of your intimate, your base, your past. I'm seeing you come out of a situation or a group, a relationship in a group, a domestic environment where you were strategizing. Perhaps that was your role as a strategist, where you were organizing things, you were working out infinite ways that those within your environment and those with whom you were attempting to create or build something with, specifically peers, people that you cared about, was thought and rethought and attempted in many different ways. And in fact, less of working together and more of sharing ideas. And these ideas were all over the map, and it looks as though you tried to control these ideas in some ways. You tried to work through all the ideas, all of the possible permutations of a situation that you could imagine, and rather than experiencing your domestic past, experiencing your creative team, allowing the circumstances, your goals to lead you to the consequences of your actions, rather than attempting to figure everything out before you had attempted some great project or team effort. This could even be a loss of a family situation, a loss of intimate members that you have attempted to separate yourself from, or figure out the correct distribution of resources among members. And this has led you to an inability to appreciate the experience that you're in, to appreciate the truths that are now being shared amongst you in a group of people. The 6th house is the way that you work and the way that you keep yourself healthy so that you can be productive and effective. The meditation card in this deck is the Hanged One in other decks. So this is taking us back to the 1st house energy. This is your mundane approach and attitude towards every arena of your life right now. Meditation is encouraging me to understand that this ability of yours to step back from your thoughts, to witness your ideas, is supporting this intentional desire on your part to reverse the way that you're thinking, to turn the way that you're thinking around, to step back, to put pause on a particular working situation that has been challenging. This can also be related to your health, as it affects your ability to work and function on a daily basis. But you are understanding that your thoughts have created the situation that you're now in, and you are intentionally asking for answers within. You're looking within for guidance. You're seeking that silence for the support of allowing your guides in to give you information about the best way to move forward. But underneath it all, you're understanding that it is your choice to choose the thoughts that will lead you to where you want to be. The 7th house is the house of your significant others, and the King of Wands is showing you releasing a tremendous amount of passion here. This is where you are, and this card, like the Eight of Swords, is being repeated here. The Spirit of Wands in the intuitive Night Goddess Tarot is the same as the King of Wands. It's the same energy of mastering your passions, directing and focusing your passions. So in the 7th house and in the 11th house, this is about working with others, working with people. In your intimate relationships, your significant relationships, as well as in your community associations, your large group affiliations, you are directing and focusing your passion tremendously. In fact, the strategizing and the thinking and assessment and evaluation that you've been involved in with others is being released in your role as a leader in a community where you are understanding that your thoughts are motivating you and inspiring you to pursue some specific goal. In the 8th house, which is where you share resources with others, is the Spirit or King of Pentacles. Although the intuitive night goddess Tarot is female-centric, the idea of the King of Pentacles or the Spirit of Pentacles is the same, and that is mastery of the material plane. So the Spirit of Pentacles is indeed acknowledging that you have a great deal of comfort, mastery, and the ability to orchestrate others towards a material, a useful and practical product or event, concretizing, manifesting something of importance to an entire group, for which you are more than willing to take responsibility for. This is a beautiful card of bringing something, helping others to bring something of significant value to fruition, and bodes well for your collaborations, financial, economic collaborations with others. The 9th house is your spiritual and philosophical values. The Ace of Pentacles indicates that indeed, with this level of mastery that you are exhibiting in your ability to partner and build relationships, you are beginning something brand new. You are valuing the importance of a useful and practical tool that will support others to create their own abundance, creating abundance that is available to the entire community, not simply to individuals. It's the idea of abundance and prosperity that you are interested in sharing with others, and you are participating in leading the way, instructing others how this can be possible. Not just to have personal or individual abundance, but to multiply that abundance in community. The 10th house, Libra, is the 5 of Swords, which shows me that in your position as a community leader, in your position as someone who is seen in a social role, the 5 of Swords indicates a lot of difficult behavior that you have been responsible for managing. And indeed, again, this has depleted you. However, what you are gaining from this exchange of ideas and behaviors that are often self-serving or competitive is that your current situation no longer fully aligns with your values and what you think is important for the community to pursue. You're now understanding that the methods and strategies of this organization or within this relationship that is social and in the world, you have a desire to move away from the many conflicting and complicated relationships that this has entailed for you. But however, this has been difficult, and this clues me into the ways in which you are not only examining your own thoughts, but you are having the purview of looking at the thoughts and beliefs of others in ways that are creating something less desirable than what is in accordance with your vision of abundance and prosperity. And abundance and prosperity is not solely material goods. It is the satisfaction, the pleasure, and the growth that occurs in producing something of value for others. It is the idea of service. Again, the 11th house has the Spirit of Wands. That again is the King of Wands energy. This is you mastering your passion and being motivated by these new glimpses of not only your truths, but the truths of others to move you with determination, with passion, and with incredible, fierce loyalty towards not only pursuing a goal, but magnetizing the resources to yourself that will accomplish this goal. The very idea of resourcefulness is something that you are able to share as a tenet of abundance. And finally, in the 12th house, we have the house that shows us the end of this situation, or the thing that you're learning from this situation. And the only cup that we see is here with the Nymph of Cups. The Nymph of Cups is like the Page of Cups and shows again your openness, as with the Page of Swords, to begin to explore with honesty and with a willingness, understanding that you are a beginner of understanding your feelings and experiences through the lens of these new ideas, these new concepts. This new pursuit of the truth is not solely for the purpose of gaining things, but it is for the purpose of opening up your heart, emotionally maturing as you're experiencing the difficulties that others are having and understanding their best truth. You likewise are understanding how thinking differently allows you to appreciate and experience your feelings differently. Your feelings, the opening of the heart, is what you are beginning. The journey you are personally beginning. And that is the lesson that you're learning from this situation. I am going to pull an oracle crystal card for you, Libra, to finish up this reading. And I have pulled this lovely green stone here that is an Amazonite, and the key word is life purpose. I'm fully aligned to and living my life purpose. Libra, I'm going to leave it there for you. Again, my name is Regina from Pacific Tarot. If you've liked this video, please like, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Namaste.